quick and easy switching from a tripod to a gimbal or a slider within just seconds. Possible now thanks to PGYtech's new Snaplock system. Let's inspect. Hey, welcome to the channel, my name is Michael, and as usual, something really cool to inspect, a set of plates and adapters which your cameras are going to like a lot. In fact, PGYtech have released the first bit of them earlier this year, together with the fantastic Mantispod Pro. This is a revolutionary tripod with a bunch of useful mounts and highly customizable, compatible with small cameras like GoPro, but also with heavyweight mirrorless solutions and DSLRs, even with large lenses. I've had the pleasure to use it for a couple of months now, and I'm so pleased with the results. You may have noticed it with some of my recent videos, like the camera comparison between OnePlus Nord 2 and Redmi Note 10 Pro, where it's been invaluable. It's like the Swiss Army knife of tripods. Similarly, the new Snaplock base plates are something I already adore, and they have become instantaneously something that helps me a lot. So let me show you these camera adapters. I got a few plates, Arca Swiss size, not entirely. Well, it is somewhat compatible, and this is how it looks like. Very easy to release because we have here a release button. So just press and take it out. Put back, press again, done, and it's tightened. And you can even lock it. When you move the button to the other side, it's locked and you can't really press it. Super convenient. The other thing I have is this camera flip swivel. Now, when you have a backpack, let's say here on the shoulder, and you can clip it like that, whereas it's gonna press very seriously. Well, these are my fingers, obviously, it can go through. And then on the top, you can put this mount, and it clicks, and you can detach the camera at any point that you need. Also, I have this nice swivel, which would utilize the cold shoe of your camera. So if we imagine that's the camera and here is the cold shoe place, and I just put it here, we can tighten. And the nice part is that over here, now I have the freedom to put some light, and it can tilt very nicely. And it can go sideways, which is also very nice. And the last mount I have to show you, it's probably the one that I'm going to use the most for action cameras, and I've been using the Hero 10 during the testing time, mostly with it. So first of all, let's detach. That's the Mantispod, by the way. So here we've got it, and just look at this magic. First, it can attach or detach within less than a second. So it's ready to use. There you go. And the other part, if I want to entirely detach the mount from the camera, I just make this and pull it out, and it's done. I've been searching for such a QR compatible setup for a very long time, and there were either too expensive models or it was just not good enough. The other aspect is staying universal, because I would hate it to have to remove everything just because I need to attach a camera to someone else's mount for just a single shot. At any point of time when you use the Snaplock system, you can easily mount to either Arca Swiss or a 1/4" thread or a 3/8" threads, which literally covers almost all of the not too heavyweight mounts. Let me show you. This is a standard ball head with Arca Swiss mount. Most of these plates have little pins which are locking the camera even if it's loose. Obviously, on the Arca Swiss, you can put the main plate or the plate adapter itself. The plate adapter, by the way, has specially developed mechanism shims which prevent it from getting loose. I didn't really trust this at the start because, well, I've had many different plates, and most of them were advertised that they wouldn't need retightening, but the truth is that after I placed this on my camera like a couple of weeks ago, and I'm trying really hard to push it on the sides, and you can see that my fingers are already deformed and nothing really moved, I didn't really have to do anything about tightening after it has been mounted. This, by the way, my secondary camera, which I don't use that often, but my primary camera, which right now is obviously recording this, it has the very same thing since the very beginning. That was 3 weeks ago, and it works without any troubles. The other nice thing is that they are Arca Swiss compatible. Well, almost, because look, this is a very basic, rather cheap ball head with Arca Swiss plate. And where is it? That's a regular Arca Swiss thing. And if I place it and tighten it, you can see that's my previous kind of workflow. Tightening, retightening, and all working fine. Now the good part is that each one of these mounts fits here as well. This is really nice. But there is one disadvantage and something I need to warn you about, that originally most Arca Swiss mounts, they do have those nuts at the side, so that if the thing here is loose, it's not going to fall down because these nuts are actually preventing it from falling down. And the trick is that with these plates, if you haven't tightened the screw well, you know, it can slip. And if there is an expensive camera attached, this can turn into a very expensive failure. The other mechanism that I've tried, and I have to admit didn't use that much, the so-called Beetle camera clip. It enables you to use a QR mount on pretty much every backpack, and it can handle the load of a very heavy camera. With a backpack on, especially if you plan to use a big camera often for short periods of time, could come really handy. There also is the action camera mount, which I have used the most out of these, together with the Mantispod Pro. You know, it's really a fantastic combination. So here, for the sake of the exercise, for the sake of the review, I'm going to show you how quickly it is to mount a GoPro to this thing. Yeah, you just slide the GoPro in. There you go. And then the next thing we need to do is to put this nut, which is quick releasable, turn it to the side until you feel it's ready to lock. Then press here. Oops. And it's done. I mean, it's never gonna fall out. And then if I want to attach to the Mantispod, there you go. It's done. I mean, it took me literally 5, maybe 10 seconds because I was doing it slowly for you, but it is so convenient. And by the way, one of the biggest advantages of this kind of setup, because this is super discreet and also doesn't occupy that much space, these are the kind of mounts that I usually use, and that's included also with the GoPro package. The problem is that you have to be careful on which side you mount it, because mounted like that, I have the door for the battery blocked, for instance, and it wouldn't really open. So in terms of convenience, this here is perfect. Last from the product line is this Swivel and Tilt mount Nano. It uses the mount on your camera and transforms it into quick releasable mount for lights, microphones, whatever is Coach U mount capable. It uses the Coach U on your camera and transforms it into quick releasable mount for lights, microphones. I mean, whatever is Coach U mount compatible, it now has a better way to attach. And you can even adjust the angle, which is very nice because a lot of products, especially microphones, are designed in a way that they're static and they have no possibility to change the angle even a little bit. So my feedback about these mounts is overall super positive, and I can already feel that they have saved to me a lot of time, efforts. Things are now much more convenient, and I catch myself that I can much easier switch from one device to another. For example, if I'm shooting something more static with a slider, and I can just pick up the camera and go to the tripod without having to unscrew and screw again the whole plate. And that's really great. Actually, I liked the whole setup so much that I've decided to order, let me dismount it. How do I do? There we go. I have decided to order a new ball head. This is the ball head from the Mantispod Pro, and it's that small, and it supports, you know, tilting, and it supports pretty much moving in any direction. It's fabulous. The other thing I have ordered extra are a few more plates, because as it turns out, you better get more of them and use them on all of your devices. Just entirely switch to this system, because I've tried to add a screw with a ring to this thing. However, it now doesn't perfectly fit to some of the plates, because over here it's a bit thicker than usual. So if you're going to buy some of these plates for a test, sure, do it. But if you want to make things right, then better entirely switch to this system, because otherwise, if you use half Arca Swiss mounts and half of these, nah, that wouldn't really work well. Durability, design, quality, they are all superb, and these are my new camera plates from now on. Well done from PGYtech, and thanks a lot for involving me in the testing phase. If there's something practical that you, my dear friends, would like to see me trying, comment below, I'll see what I can do. Thanks very much for watching this episode. Don't forget that you can subscribe to the channel, support me in any way and form you want. All the products are linked in the description below, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a great day.